hesitate. I wanna forget you, but you pull me in. I know this ocean is far too wide. I wanna forget you. Let me forget you. Push and pull, but you repel me, giving up this fight. Love and hate, we've blurred the lines. I'm giving up this fight. You've lost, but I don't feel I have won. I wanna forget you, but only time will heal.
Hi, welcome back to Auto Review. My name is Patrick and today I'm presenting the Volvo V90 Cross Country D5 Pro all-wheel drive. What a name. So, first of all, please subscribe to the channel if you're interested in cars and motorcycles. I'm doing a lot of test videos in both German and English. So if you don't want to miss them, please activate the bell icon as well so you get notified. Thank you very much Garage Zimmermann in Unterseen who provided this car to me. You'll find the link and all the contact details in the description as well. So now the car. We have here the Cross Country, which is obviously an off-road version of the V90 that is available in Switzerland from 54,300 Swiss francs. The Cross Country comes in two spec levels, Cross Country and Pro. We have the Pro, so this is the higher spec version, and pretty much we have everything on board that you can tick on the list. The regular Cross Country comes at 69,800 Swiss francs, the Pro at 74,400 Swiss francs. This one, as you see it here and you will see throughout the video, costs 105,800 Swiss francs. Brand new. However, this is a test car and has a demo discount, so therefore you see the price on the windshield of 89,800. If you're interested, please contact Garage Zimmermann AG in Unterseen, as I mentioned. So we have here so much on board and so many packs that I can actually list them all, but a few gimmicks before we start the video. So we have smart LED lights with cornering lights, we have a front radar, we have all assist systems you can imagine, we have a panoramic sunroof, we have leather seats, navigation, massage seats, and so on and so on and so on. So you will see it through the video. Now specs. We have a turbocharged 2-liter diesel engine producing 235 horsepower at 4,000 RPM, a maximum torque of 480 Newton meters between 1,750 and 2,250 RPM, top speed 230 km an hour and 0 to 100 time in 7.5 seconds. The car weighs 1,966 kilograms dry and you can pull up to 2,500 kilograms. Boot space is 560 liters with the seats up, and if you fold down the seats up to 1,526 liters. So let me show you as usual the first row, the second row, the boot, and then we hit the road. Enjoy! Okay, so the V90 Cross Country from inside, and if you have seen my XC60 video review, then you'll be familiar with the cockpit and the setup. But for everyone who would not like to watch this one, we're gonna show you this one again. So we start the engine, so you will see the instrument cluster. I have actually a second camera which is there, so you can see what's going on the display as well. So usually from left to right, but we'll start in the middle with the engine so I can start it and show you the display. So a little bit different than from the XC60 is where you go always right and right to turn on and off. We have right to turn on and left to turn off. So you see, now we have an all digital dashboard. plus the screen in the middle, but we'll come to that in a moment. So from the left side we have the Bowers & Wilkins speaker throughout the car, as well as the center speaker that you see there. We have memory functions in 2 settings for driver and second driver, as well as for the passenger. Open and lock button, electric mirrors with the aspherical glass, and a blind spot assistant, as well as lane departure assistant in combination. We have obviously the mirrors you can adjust electrically and fold them in as well. Electric windows with the one-touch function for all 4 seats, both up and down, which is great. Compartment on the left side in the doors is not too big, you'll not fit big bottles there. Then ventilation left, 2 center ones left and right of the screen, and 1 on the right. On the bottom you can adjust or dim the light and basically the screens in case it's too bright in the night. Then electric boot release on the left side, and a little compartment to put wallet or something else. Then we have a head-up display which shows navigation, we have sign recognition and speed and so on and so on. Plus we have obviously digital speedo and digital RPM that changes according to drive mode. So we have speedo on the left with the sign recognition on the bottom, plus the head-up display. Then in the middle we have an information cluster with if everyone is buckled up, then the navigation screen, and on the right we have the RPM gauge in this version in the drive mode. If I switch to drive mode, you will see we have 4 available: Eco, Comfort, Off-Road and Dynamic. Off-Road, same as in the XC60, is available up to 40 kilometers an hour. And if I change to that, you'll see the screen will change and it will show me up to 40, and then obviously it will switch then later to the Comfort mode. One criticizing point is that every time I turn off the car and get back into the car, it always goes back to Comfort. If I would like to leave it in Dynamic or Eco, I always have to switch it manually again into the same mode, which is a little bit annoying. Then on the left side we have obviously the auto lights, and if you want to switch on the auto assist high beam, again this is something that always switches off every time you turn off the car. Again, I would love if that would be actually fixed in the car, that will not disengage. But if you want to do it, you have to press it 1 time up and you will see a logo which is auto lights. The lights are amazing, beyond perfect I would have to say. They really work, and it's a pleasure to watch them actually illuminate the road when you're driving in the night, avoiding the cars to not blind them. It's really great. Then steering wheel we can obviously adjust in reach and rake. It's a nice kind of thick steering wheel with 2 kind of parts, the inner and the outer part, with the stitching in here. Then on the left side of the steering wheel you have everything around the cruise control and the front radar. Cruise control works from 30 kilometers an hour, great, I love that. And you can as well end the adaptive cruise control or the pilot assist. Pilot assist will work only if you have lanes in higher speeds, obviously on a highway or somewhere. If you drive somewhere where you don't have lanes left and right, it will not work. And the radar you can adjust obviously in 5 settings in regards to how close or how far you would like to have it. On the right side, voice recognition, radio, volume, switching channels, and obviously having any messages, getting them out. Plus you can look through what you would like to have displayed, if it's trip computer, media, telephone or navigation. Then on the right we have the wipers, plus the rear wiper obviously. Then the screen in the middle is in a portrait mode, so it's not landscape, it's portrait. You have very minimal button setup. You have 7 buttons here. If you press the one in the middle, it will tell you can slide left and right, so I hope you're going to see it now on this camera. You have a lot of functionality here: camera, head-up display, cornering light, active cornering light, lane keeping aid, distance alert, bliss, blind spot assistant, road sign recognition, cross traffic alert, which works perfect, so if you reverse out of something it will check left and right if anything is coming. It has automatic parking, parallel parking and mall parkings. Park pilot, you can change the seat of the passenger obviously. If I set it up here, you'll see it. We have massage seats, as I mentioned, for driver and passenger. You can fold down the headrests. You can have the assistant for the signs outside, and obviously the cruise control. Responsiveness is very fast, as you can see. I really like the setup that you don't have to go plus. You can just tap high or low and it goes instantly there. Seats, you have heated steering wheel in 3 settings, heated seats in 3 settings, and ventilated seats in 3 settings. Only thing I would love if it would be having one button where you turn off everything instantly. Then you have only as well the instruction manual, so you don't have to leave the book in the car, you can leave it at home. And when you slide to the right side, you have everything on radio, Bluetooth, as well as a download center, driver's performance, and you can download some different apps. Now, if we go to navigation, you can obviously enlarge this as well. You have it in 3D or 2D. The gearbox is an 8-speed automatic gearbox with the manual function. If you put it in drive and then to the left, if you want to shift up, you press forward. If you want to shift down, you pull backwards. Then we have a little compartment in the front here, very small, plus a larger one with a 12-volt power socket in the middle here. Then the start and stop button, the drive mode button, electronic parking brake, auto hold function, which is great, so at the traffic light you don't have to hold the brake. Then another compartment here with 2 USB ports, aux in, disc changer, and a little compartment. Glove box is actually okay, not too small, not too big, and actually it comes with the cleaning cloth to clean the display, obviously from the fingerprints, because everything that's piano black and screen will get dusty after some time. Seats are very comfortable, as I mentioned, massage function in different settings, great, I love it. You can adjust any setting you would like to have. Then sunshades with illumination, obviously, for driver and passenger. Then we have the rear view mirror, which is super nice and sleek, pretty much no bezel, as you can see. This one comes with as well the garage openers, so you can configure them and set it up if you have, for example, garage at home and a garage at your workplace. And it comes with a compass as well installed in it, SOS function, on-call function, then the panoramic roof, which you can open as well, the lights, and that's it for the front. One little feature that I really love is the Swedish flag that they put in the passenger seat. It's a nice small touch and I really love it. So let's check the second row and see how much space we have there. Okay, so the V90 Cross Country from the back, and you can see I have plenty of space for my knees, no problem whatsoever. From the height as well, I'm 184 tall, so the seat in front is adjusted to me. And it's kind of chilly, so let's close the door. I just want to show you how wide it opens. Actually, it's pretty easy to get in and out. Then first thing you'll see, we have obviously privacy net or something to basically give more shade for the passengers in the back. If you have, for example, kids, you can put them down. Then we have, again, speaker on top, lock function, obviously massive handles to open the doors. Then electric windows in the back, open automatically up and down with one touch function. However, they don't shut close with the door. You'll have a little piece of glass still sticking out. Then compartment in the door is very small, really for batteries or smaller items. Then we have the net on the back of the front seats to put magazines or something. A little compartment, I would call it, in the middle. Then heated seats in 3 settings for the people on the left and right. 12-volt power socket. Unfortunately, no USB ports in the back. Not quite sure why. Huge, massive transmission tunnel. So you can't put the feet in here. You'll basically make the carpet dirty. You have to put them left and right. However, I sat in the middle and it's comfortable as well. But you shouldn't be too wide because obviously the seat is a little bit slimmer. Then the panoramic roof is actually most of the time for the rear passengers, because in the front it's pretty much here and you don't get much to see from that. Reading lights, handle hook, another hook here. We have some ventilation in here because in the middle we have nothing. You can close it as well and channel it towards where you would like to have it. What I like is the seating position. The angle of the seats is nice. It's not too upright or too lazy in the back, which is good. We have 3 3-point seat belts. We have the armrest. When you open this one, you'll have the cup holders. However, that looks a little bit flimsy. Not quite sure how long this will last if you put them in and out a lot. Then a little tray here. You can open it, have a little tray here for smaller items. You can have this one open from the boot side to, for example, load something through. Headrests are actually in a fixed position, so you can't bring them up because of the mechanism that they fold down. And now you will question, where is the third headrest? Let me bring it up. And I really love this feature, and it was the same on the XC60. It looks like you don't have a headrest, however you have one, and it's massive and it goes even higher than the ones on the left and right. So great for this little design feature. Okay, so ISOFIX left and right. And that's it for the back. Let's check the boot. Okay, so the V90 Cross Country from the back, and I have to say I really love the look of it. I really like this cross country look, and we have here the fenders protected, obviously in case you go a little bit off-road, as well as on the side and all around the car. Big Cross Country written into the black plastic here. Then Volvo typical rear lights, all red with just a little bit of white for the reverse light. Shark fin antenna on top with a little roof spoiler and a third brake light. Then V90 logo on the left, D5 all-wheel drive on the right, and obviously the big Volvo in the middle. Then we have two chrome exhaust pipes that looks like a quad exhaust pipe, however the real exhaust is just behind it, and from that one it's actually this big. Now when we open the boot, it's electric boot, we will see the camera, reverse camera, however not protected from the environment, so it might get dirty when you arrive somewhere and you drive through the rain. What I love is once it opens the tailgate, it will open as well the cover and slides it up, and you can see the tailgate opens really high, so you have to be careful with the garage. Obviously you can close it any moment or actually stop it in any position, however keep that in mind. So handle, obviously if you would like to make it manual, one close button, one lock button, and then we have an enormous boot space of 560 liters. If you leave the seats up. If you want to put them down, you have two electric buttons here. You keep it held, it will fold the headrest down and it will slide basically or fold down the seat on the left or on the right, whatever you want. And once you put the seats down, your maximum loading capacity becomes 1,526 liters. So what I love as well, you have this very smart part of the boot that you can open, and then you have the straps where you can put in smaller items. In case you don't want to use the whole boot, you just put it here, so this will keep it from moving left and right. Very nice. In addition, there are two hooks in case you have small bags, and as well you have this very massive nice metal hooks here in the front and on the side as well, in case you would like to strap something to the boot. When you open the boot, you'll have actually a lifter to keep that up for a kind of big compartment as well, to put smaller items that are not flying around. And once you lift this cover up, you'll find the compressor kit in case you have a flat tire. So let's close this one up. Obviously we have 12-volt power socket, light left and right, two hooks on the left and right as well, and a first aid kit on the right side. Once we close it, the cover will slide down, the boot will close, and now we can drive. Let's go! Alright, so let's drive the Volvo V90 D6 Pro all-wheel drive cross country. Too many names. Okay, so very few criticizing points. I always start with them before I forget them. Okay, no USB ports in the back. There's two USB ports here, however there's no really way to channel the cables there without squeezing them. Then one thing that I encountered, and we're gonna try to reproduce it, is actually the lane departure assistant, not the lane departure, the lane departure assistant. I don't know if it's not calibrated yet, or if it learns with from the driver, him or herself at one point, but this one was even more than the XC60 that I reviewed, more towards the right and more towards the left, sometimes even on the lane itself, and I don't think it's supposed to be that way. So we will see it in a moment on the highway. Other than that, massage seats, great, I love them, and you can have them all at once or step by step, going up and down, hard, little or high, speed is normal or fast, and it's really nice. I like this digital dashboard. I don't think there is a need for analog instruments anymore, because this is the future, and there's so many assist systems in the cars nowadays that you actually need a display that is changing according to how you drive and what mode you choose. Now, off-road mode up to 40 kilometers an hour, you have hill descent control, turns on automatically as well. I love that the cruise control is from 30 kilometers an hour, and that's really great. I love adaptive cruise control, so you pretty much have like a car that kind of drives itself. Again, as I mentioned, the car drives itself and steers through, well, small corners on the highway, nothing sharp, for 12 seconds. Then it will alert you, it will show on display, put your hands back on the wheel, and at 20 seconds, or after 20 seconds, it will turn off. It will beep and then it's deactivated. But again, it's gonna come in the future. I love the luxury. I love how the car looks, especially from outside. I think the white paint fits this car very well, to be honest. I love this kind of off-road look over the fenders. I like how it looks actually, that it's so high. Usually I like cars that are sitting low. However, here it just fits the theme and it looks great. It looks massive on the road, really. It's actually exactly the same size as the BMW 530d that I reviewed, so just check the video, I'm gonna link it as well, from the length. However, this is 188 or 189 wide without the mirrors. With the mirrors is 2 meters 205.2, 205 centimeters and 20 millimeters. It's really a massive car. And you've seen the boot opens really high, so you have to be very careful with that. Other than that, you have a lot of space, a lot of cargo space. I love how the trunk is set up, that you have like this kind of small flap that you can open for smaller items if you don't need all the real estate basically back there, and you have just a little suitcase. I love that you have the hidden kind of second floor that it lifts with a lifter, so you don't have to hold it. It's great. Now let's accelerate. And now we can start pilot assist. Let's set it. Now we wait for the steering wheel. Here we go. Now I don't know if you're gonna see it on this camera. I have to keep it in the speed that actually it will go. Now you see it goes through this corner without any issue. And actually today it's better. Maybe it was just because it was nighttime. During the day I think it's better. Maybe in the night was just difficult. So now it says in the head-up display in there, steer Lincoln. That was their alert. And now another 8 seconds it will actually turn off. But I think, here we go. Sorry, turn off. I think it was rather than the issue that it was dark. But again, regarding darkness, the lights are amazing. It's really great. The engine, even though it's a 2-liter, is very powerful. We have not about the horsepower. 235 is okay. It's not the highest nowadays. However, torque is what's important. And as I mentioned, 408 Newton meters at 1,750 RPM is pretty much above, in the beginning of the ref range. And you don't have to rev it high. So 1,750 to 2,250, that's the sweet point. And with that torque, you can tow up to 2.5 tons or 2,500 kilograms. So if you do horse riding and you need to pull a trailer, I think you can do it with this car. Yeah. Then I like the setup of the screen. I like how clean it looks, though sometimes I would wish for more shortcut buttons for certain things, but again, these are functions that you don't use that often, right? Seats you can adjust here. I would like to have the massage function somehow faster to get, because for example, if I press on the seat here, I can heat the steering wheel, I can heat the seat or cool the seat or ventilate the seat. However, I can't turn on the massage function. I have to do it on the seat here on the side. There's a rocker here, and then I go into here and can turn on. By the way, the massage function turns off itself after I think around 15 or 20 minutes, so you're not going to fall asleep while driving on the highway for too long, I guess. But it's really nice. It goes really high up to here basically, so it's good. Even the lower part of the shoulder or the back works. I like how clean everything is. If you just keep everything closed, yes, you get fingerprints on the screen and on all this black area, and you're gonna have dust very quickly. That's why they give you a little duster or something to remove the fingerprints. Parking wise, it does park itself. Maybe we can try to find a parking somewhere. I'm not quite sure if we're gonna have something there. No, I think we have to go to another road. However, if it wouldn't have this function, I think it would be a bit difficult for some people, because it's really, the car is so big, and on the paper actually it's smaller than it appears visually when you look at it, you know. In my garage, for example, it's just massive. Okay, perfect, we have a parking spot. Okay, so we will turn around and we will try the parking. Now, you turn. We'll let the postcard go, and for that you have to go into the menu, swipe to the left, and then you have to go into park. So you have to tell them left or right, so you drive forward. No, we want this one. Okay, so he found it. Stop. Put in the reverse. You just have to keep your foot on the brake. And the car will do everything for you. So you see, I have my hands closed. Okay. Forward. Backwards. And that's pretty much it. Now, if you want to park out, actually let's put the 360 degree. I think we're a little bit on the sidewalk here because it's very low. So we want to park out. Let's turn this off. So, and what you hear is actually the massage function. So we're gonna go to the left. It tells me you can do it yourself. That's funny. It says it's empty, lane is empty, please do it yourself. Well, I guess it doesn't want you to forget how to park your car, so you have to do it yourself. Okay. That's pretty much it. It's very comfortable. It's very nice to drive. I like the transmission. You don't really feel that it shifts. It does everything kind of in the background without any big hassle. Engine works well together. Yes, as a diesel you do hear it a little bit, however it's not bad. Obviously now the music is off, so you hear it way more than if you would drive on the highway or somewhere and have music on, right? Now we have sign regulation. It says here careful children. It's so much information that actually you have to be really attentive towards the road. We go this way. However, it's very easy to drive, yeah. So once you're driving, then it's super easy. It's just when you get into narrow roads or some smaller places that you have to be careful because of the dimensions of the car. Fuel consumption was reasonable for this size of car, and considering that it's actually just a 2-liter, 6.7 to 7.5 is okay. And I was actually driving quite fast, 120 on the highway most of the time. And city traffic, if you're gonna take it easy, I believe you can go even lower than that. Obviously Volvo claims lower than 6 liters, which might be possible, depends on if you use heated seat, if you use massage function, all this kind of electric consumers in the car, air conditioning and so on and so on. Price, as I mentioned, this one stock price 105,300 Swiss francs. Now it's available for 89,900 at Garage Zimmermann AG. And with that, I pretty much say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was informative, and please subscribe, activate the bell icon, head over to Garage Zimmermann if you have more questions or if you would like to buy this particular car, because it's a great deal. I think it's 16,000 off and couple hundred kilometers on the clock only. Okay, so I wish you a great day. thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below, share the video, like it, and I'll see you next time.